So today we're not focusing on the Pioneer 5.56 AK rifle. I probably will have a little bit more to say about it kind of at a later date, hopefully soon, but we're actually focusing on the magazine today. So this is the magazine that these rifles ship with, but they are available for sale separately. So if you have a different 5.56 AK, or maybe you do have a Pioneer and you just want to know if more of these are a good thing to invest in, hopefully this video will help you find out. This is just one of the many options out there. There's getting to be quite a few options, which of course is a good thing. As you're probably aware, 5.56 AKs, they're becoming very popular because they're kind of a good stand-in for AK-74s, but ammo availability is much better. But the big struggle, as you're probably already aware, is that 5.56 AKs, as far as magazine fit, are not nearly as standardized as, say, 7.62 by 39 or 5.45. And so some rifles like some magazines, some not others. And so if you have a 5.56 AK, there's a good chance you've probably been involved in some sort of game of trial and error to see if, does your rifle like a certain type of magazine? And so this is just kind of one of the other options out there that I'm hoping we can kind of look at and determine whether or not they're any good. In terms of pricing, these are actually relatively affordable now. They've come down in price a lot. I've seen them sell for as little as maybe $14, $15. Sometimes you'll see them for more than that, of course. They are polymer in their construction. It feels like some kind of a cheap, like toy grade plastic. The website actually claims that this is Lexan, which they say is this EU mil-spec material that gets used by forces in the EU. They don't really specify which forces or what they're using it for, so not sure how true any of that stuff is. It is not reinforced in any way. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Maybe not. It's struggling here. But in any case, yeah, the feed lips are not steel reinforced, neither are any of the locking surfaces. So hopefully it really is as tough as they claim. It's a standard capacity magazine, by the way. I did try to check the website to see if there was a 10-round option for folks in banned states. I couldn't find it. I didn't look terribly hard because I felt a little dirty looking for such a thing. But so as far as I could tell, I think these are only available in the standard capacity. They do have little witness holes in the back. And this assembly is very easy. It's kind of almost self-explanatory. If you're familiar with magazines, it's just a matter of pushing down on that, and then the floor plate slides off. That's kind of all there is as far as feature-wise. They don't seem to be marked in any way except for 5.56 here towards the bottom. In terms of fit, they actually lock in very positively, very smoothly. They don't wobble whatsoever in either direction. So in that regard, they are good. In terms of reliability, I've actually had very good reliability with them. I've had this rifle for a little over a year, maybe like a year and a half at this point. And I've got 3 of these magazines, and they've never given me any reliability problems ever. And this is a rifle that I have actually thousands of rounds through. So for the range, they're actually quite good. But as you know, reliability is really only about half the equation. For example, these ProMag polymer magazines, these are the unreinforced waffle mags, they seem to run fine too. I've never had any reliability problems with them either. And this is a 5.56 one. I also have 1 or 2 of these in 7.62 by 39, and they've always run fine. The problem is they're not the least bit durable. I have unintentionally broken these without it being anything extreme or anything of the sort. Like, they're actually fragile. And so for the first first durability test rather, I just gave it a few palm strikes kind of right here on this bottom corner to see if that would shear this locking tab or not, because that's exactly the way in which I broke the ProMag. So I figured, and I'll roll in as to my results to see if I would get the same result. And fortunately, it actually did survive. So at the very least, it is better than the ProMag option already, just on that basis alone. But, being more durable than ProMag, I suppose, is a little bit like being slimmer than Lizzo. I mean, it's like, I guess it's something, but we probably want a little bit more than that. And for this next test, I was basically trying to impact the same spot and get that same result, but just throwing it kind of not that hard and not from a great distance into kind of a mid-sized tree stump. And this is where things went considerably worse. So there you go. You can see right here, it has shorn off this tab here, so kind of speaks for itself, I guess. Here's another view of that same mag. You can see here with the shorn off locking tab there. So unfortunately, these are not extremely durable. I'm not terribly surprised by this, that it's not really some kind of space alien magic plastic. By the way, in case you're wondering what this tape was, this was actually because I was testing different loads, and this was just to mark that. This has nothing to do with the actual test. But in any case, yeah, unfortunately, I can't recommend them for any kind of go-to purposes. I think for the range, they probably work. They're not literally the worst option out there. So if it's between this and, say, Pro Mag, I would go with these. But, ideally, probably something steel reinforced or something with kind of a better track record for durability would probably be a better choice for anything kind of serious. But, if you're just kind of blinking at the range, sure, why not? I suppose if it's the most affordable option out there, sure. That's kind of what my findings are for these. Of course, if you have different results, better results, opinions, questions, comments, feel free. That's really about all I have to say. So thank you for watching, as always.